Hello everyone, I'm an intern working Lexus and Company and I'm going to present on the topic the Advocates Bill of 2021, the amendment to the Advocates Act. So the recent Advocates Act amendment is for the security of advocates against false accusations and also the security in terms of their body in terms of their property and as a person, and also to minimize the hindrances that occur while they perform their responsibilities. So the first of all, there are many ongoing assaults, kidnapping, intimidation, and constant threats that are given against the activists as well as lawyers. This led to the bringing in the security to the attorneys uh, because their work was being hindered by whatever violence was going on against them. First of all, the definition of advocate is given under the section 2 of the bill, and it is same as the before it was given in the act. And basically, an advocate is someone who has passed the bar council exam of India, and after that, he or she is allowed to practice advocacy in India. The terms acts of violence against the advocates disrupts the process of the fair, impartial justice litigation, and these threats or acts of violence can include the beatings, threats, harassment, coercion, injury, malicious prosecution, criminal force, harm, hurt, injury, and so on. So these offences are being now termed as cognizable and non-bailable offence. Also, there can be a damage to the property, damage or loss or damage. Yes. Then section 3 and 4 gives up information about the penalties and restitution. That a punishment can range up from 6 months to 5 years, and the maximum of 10 years of punishment for the repeated offences. The penalties will range from 50,000 to 1 lakh for the first offence, and for repeated offences can reach up to 10 lakh. So the bill also gives the authority, the court the authority to compensate the advocates for the wrongs that are done against them. So no police can now arrest an advocate or investigate until and unless the order of Chief Justice Magistrate is given. It is under Section 11. An advocate who provides an information about a commission of offense to a office in charge police, then the office in charge police shall enter the information in a book and be kept to the officer, and refer the information and other materials to the CJM, who shall then hold a preliminary inquiry. So CJM determines the FIR, and if the FIR is brought under the malicious motives, then the advocate can be discharged on the basis of a bail granted. So there is also a social security section which is uh, providing security under the unanticipated events or the natural calamities or epidemics. The legislation allows the government to establish arrangement of financial help to all the needy advocates in the nation. So every month a minimum of 15,000 must be supplied. Also, it allows the section allows that a public servant with investigative power of this under the CRPC is found the a possession under the possession a substance of privileged communication or material which is obtained from the advocate. A privileged communication material is something that is confidential between two parties and cannot be told to the third party at any cost. So, if a investigative power official has been found with the privileged communication which has been taken from the advocate, it will be presumed that the privileged communication material is being obtained by coercion. So thank you. This was the amendments that were done in the advocates bill.